#1 seed Andy Roddick against the unseeded Safin, the finalist 2 years ago here at Melbourne Park.
216, but it missed.
15 left.
Serves normally quicker during the daytime, Fred?
Probably, I would think. The ball goes through the air a little faster. Heavier conditions in the evening. That's not bad. He normally starts off around about 2:08, but this is 2:16, 2:14, so the adrenaline's pumping.
30 left.
2:09 out wide. That is about as quick as anyone served wide in this championship. A live game and a stack of big serves. And our game clock has just ticked over 1 minute.
An interesting start there because Safin, obviously a little nervous himself, just tried to clock the returns without much thought, just tried to hit him as hard as he could. Probably get rid of a few nerves first couple of games. Safin, though, as you mentioned, seated or ranked about in the 80s now. He's playing so well that the first name that the top players looked for when that draw was made was Marat Safin, to see what section of the draw he was in, because they knew that he was going to be a dangerous floater, and that has proven to be the case. He's through to the quarterfinals.
He too in the groove quickly. 209 km/h fault. Looks a bit leaner, I think, Fred, than a couple of years ago.
Oh, no, he's definitely done a lot of road work and a lot of fitness work to get himself in shape. Big thing he's got to start off with in a match like this is footwork. Got to move those feet. Pretty good depth there from young Roddick.
51.
Beautiful motion. It's a lot less effort put into the Safin serve than is put into the Roddick delivery. It's a little smoother.
So often you see it, players ace followed by double fault or the other way around. Yep.
Well, maybe a sign of things to come, because I thought when at ground level here, when Safin played this volley, it looked like a pretty good shot, but didn't have enough angle, and Roddick was over there. Didn't have the angle that Safin needed, and the forehand just zipped by Safin.
Break point straight away on the Safin serve.
Safin normally takes 3 balls from the ball kids and will pick 2 that he think will go through the air a little quicker. 2 of the newer balls. Roddick actually picked that serve. That's his favourite serve under pressure. See Roddick bounce and move to the forehand side. Obviously, Brad Gilbert's watched this man play, and coaches look for things like that.
Timing a little straight for the big Russian. And he pays the price early. Just the start that Andy Roddick would have dreamt about.
Yes, that's not the start that Safin was looking for. Doesn't get out of the blocks very quickly though, Safin. But he needs to break back. What he's done in these matches is tried to break back immediately. He's looking at rockets here tonight. Safin trying to crank up the return. He's going to get a little bit of rhythm on the return. Going for a bit too much off that second serve. He's on song tonight. Good knee bend, good stretch. Around the outside of the ball, right into the corner, going away.
Hasn't lost a point on his serve yet.
Doesn't look like losing a point on serve as he races to 3.
So Safin knows that he's got plenty to do. Sometimes, even in the first 6 or 7 minutes, you can tell when the players just come out in the groove, ready to play, and that man has.
Well, it's been a perfect start for Roddick. Don't ask for anything more.
Time.
50% of first serves into play. I just saw a shot of the Melbourne sky, which is at the moment looking okay. A little light cloud around. Apparently the Weather Bureau telling us there is some possibility of shower activity tonight. And if there is, then of course we'll put the lid on.
Thank you.
Safin serving down 1 break at love 3.
15 love.
Almost looked like he made a conscious decision to back off a bit on that first serve, Fred. Just 193, which is not very quick at all for him.
It's his second double fault. And, he can ill afford that against Roddick, who is just he's strung like a rubber band at the moment. He's just ready to go. From Safin.
13-15.
Tall man. He's got to bend his knees a little bit. Get this one pretty straight up. That's where he misses a lot of the forehands, because he doesn't get down. Oh, that's well played. Gets an applause from Roddick. That's a very difficult shot to play, because it was a fine return from Roddick. He never catches. It wasn't a half volley. What's where this bounces and what Safin has to do. Bounces. He's got to time that ball to perfection to make that shot. It's zipped away from Roddick.
Settle the butterflies a bit for the big Russian.
Yes, yes, it's always nice to get on the board. So he is a pretty slow starter, Roddick. Safin.
Andy Roddick's third round win over Taylor Dent, when he lost just 4 games, was the easiest Grand Slam victory of his career. Previously, he conceded just 5 games to Alberto Martin in the second round at Wimbledon 2 years ago. I haven't seen a rally such as this. The ball just really cranked up on both sides. This is the forehand that tried to finish the point off with. It looked pretty good from our vantage point, but no joy from the line judge. They're in a better position than we are. Oh. Good. This is what I'm talking about, the return of serve, and that's why Safin has just tried to crack this return
right from the very start. And now he's found the mark with a cutback. Break points.
And that time, Roddick, the one taking the pace off the serve.
Safin had a good shot at that one because Roddick is not known for his volleying expertise, but that one came straight at him. It was pretty much self-defense there, and he just holds the racket firm and drops the volley over the net.
Nearly broke the speed gun. That one registered at 84 kilometres an hour. So Roddick down 15-40, wins 4 points in a row and cements the break. 4 games to 1 in this first set at Melbourne Park.
Yeah, Safin a little unlucky in that particular game because he had a look at the passing shot on the break point. And as I said, Roddick's not known for his volleying expertise. And he had time to play the passing shot, elected to go straight at the body, looking for another shot. And as it turned out, Roddick played a pretty good little drop volley off the backhand. Safin couldn't run it down. Crowds here, particularly the evening sessions, they've broken every record every evening, and tonight will probably be no exception.
And part of that has had to do with the perfect weather, Fred. It's just been as good as I can remember for the first 9 days of a championship. Come from far and wide to watch. One break of serve so far in favour of the #1 seed. All right, Safin is just going to wait for everyone to settle. A few people still settling behind Andy Roddick. Now we're right to go. 1-4.
Boy, he has no rhythm on that second serve. This was Safin's problem in his last match. It was the number of points that he won on second serve. He's only converting 13%. He's won 1 of 8 on second serves against Roddick tonight. And in those, he served 3 double faults.
15-30.
Roddick teased him into that one, where the angles here, that's the first shot. Now Safin creates an angle. Roddick tries to do one better, the slow roller, and there it is around the net post. Just misses.
So far for the big man, really, it's been the medium pace serves that have been doing the damage. That one just a mere 188 kilometres an hour.
It's perfect lob. Safin closes in so close to the net. Somebody who's got a good topspin lob will beat him, and this is played well. See how he moves forward there? He moves another metre forward, and so his body weight's going forward as the lob goes over his head.
And now the first set is all but gone.
Well, that's footwork again, that last shot.
Roddick leads 5 games to 1.
There's a very similar buzz, a stunned buzz around the crowd that there was here during the Philippoussis match yesterday, for different reasons, of course, because one of their own was out there, but it's just everyone was expecting a contest tonight, and it's been all one-way traffic so far in favour of this man. Roddick serving for the set. Match in progress, just 21 minutes. Unforced errors tell a tale at this stage. Roddick 4, Safin 13.
Yeah, he's looking there. He was just caught with the pace of shot come right back at him. And Roddick played the volley, but he half let it go and half played the shot.
3 break points to get one of the breaks back.
Pretty solid forehand.
171 kilometres an hour that winner was hit at. Roddick will be disappointed with himself. He's let it slip there with opportunity to serve it out and conserve a bit of energy. Safin gets one of the breaks back. Still finds himself one down. Roddick 5-2 opening set.
Roddick leads 5 games to 6.
Roddick's trying to become the first player since Agassi to win the US Open and the Australian Open back-to-back. Agassi's done it on 2 occasions, in 1999 and the millennium year, 2000. As we have a look at this huge forehand that Roddick hit for a winner. Got a very wry look from Safin there, 171 km/h forehand winner.
First serve percentages of the relative players at present: 57% for Roddick, 55% for Safin going into this match, taking into account all 4 matches previously. Roddick had been serving at 61%, so he's down a little. Safin at 56%, so he's about spot on.
But the big difference is that when on second serve, points won, Roddick's winning 78% of them and Safin 11%. So he's just not in the hunt at the moment, Safin.
That second serve is just being fairly rolled in.
And it's the footwork with Safin. That's we mentioned early. He's a big man. You can hear the rubber against rubber here as he tries to get in position. He's moving a lot better. Look at that slice there. Safin sneaks into the net. Knows he's got to do something pretty good with the volley. Pushed it deep.
I think he made himself angry by dropping that last service goal. Marat Safin may pay for it because now the American has 3 set points.
Oh!
It has to be perfect, and that was a long way from perfect. A rough game against the Safin shield. He's only running the first set 6-2 in just 26 minutes.
Look at that groin pulls out. It seems to be a pretty new injury over the years. It's more of a football injury than anything else.
Yeah.
There's never much on the tennis field. This is the surfaces that they play on. Much tougher on the tour now.
30
All different. There's Safin again, feeling the groin.
Yeah. Well, you'd say that he'd be a certainty to call for some attention. But he's got a problem. But you've got to move quickly to get to a 217 kilometre serve. You want everything to be right.
Been 7 withdrawals from this year's Australian Open. This is history.
Safin just gave it away. I thought there wasn't much point in trying to stretch anything there. Let's see if he talks to Jerry Armstrong. Keep your eye on the man closest to camera. See how he gets himself around the court. Down love 1, second set.
Well, he moves in here and plays, steps back, makes that one, and Roddick nearly made the pass, hit the tape, fell out.
His feet almost anchored to the spot. Safin admonishing himself. And Roddick will have no mercy in this situation. Once you're on the field of battle,
yes,
you're deemed to be 100% fit.
Yep, that's the way it should be.
The medical staff and tournament referee Peter Bellinger standing by in the tunnel. It's a bit of symmetry to what happened to Sebastian Grosjean this afternoon. He was down a set and 2 love when he had to pull out.
Big serve gets him out of trouble. That one directed straight at the body.
We're just getting ready to warm up and give him some encouragement. They don't want this to end early. They want to get their money's worth.
And Roddick knows he's got his man on the ropes too. He's got to keep his mind on the job, concentration, no lapses.
Lost opportunity for Andy Roddick. He's not very happy with himself.
The best thing that Safin at the moment can do is play for rain. The rain has been forecast for later in the evening. The overcast conditions at the moment. That's about the only saving grace for the tall Russian at the moment.
Put some shoulder behind that one. 217. He's already had a legal 217. Brad Gilbert looks to the heavens. Bit of breeze blowing around Rod Laver Arena. Just a few little grey clouds above. Ace number 5.
This one right on the paint, right down the middle.
30-15.
This forehand had some stick on it, right in the corner, right on the line. Absolutely uncontrollable there for Safin. 157 kilometres an hour, that forehand into the corner.
Well, he's moving okay, but the thing with groin problems is that quite often they need intense strapping. Whether that'll happen in the not too distant future, well, time will tell.
Roddick gets it off the frame, pokes it back over the net, but Safin very quick in this situation, and he thumps that forehand. Roddick, you could see, looking for the one down the line.
As Fred said, first break point for the set.
That's the one that I talked about earlier. It's a short ball, and the big man just doesn't bend. See how straight up he is? If he bends his knees, that one hits right on top of the tape. And bends his knees, he makes that shot. But he's a very tall fellow, and he worked his way around the court to get exactly that shot, and then finds the tape with it.
Terrific
rally, one of the better ones of the match. Good control off that half volley from Safin. Moving forward, you can see him moving forward to get a little bit of pace on the shot. And that's the reaction. Break point again.
Give us another one of those pills.
Yes, they seem to help him a little bit. We're going to sneak off and strap in.
Yeah. Where is he? Tournament referee Peter Bellinger having a word to Per Bastel from the medical staff. Andy Roddick, well, he's got other problems to think about.
Yeah, it's tough. They told him, you know, he's going to have a medical timeout or bring the trainer out just after he'd won the first set, so he puts on his jacket to keep himself warm. Rather a cool evening here. Good conditions. And then Safin comes out, breaks serve. So we have a contest at the moment.
was broken in the first set. That was in the 7th game. He immediately came back, broke to love and took the set. It seemed as though he was pretty angry with what had just happened. I dare say he won't be any happier here. Safin moving quite freely at present. 2-1 with a break.
As I mentioned, groin pulls are normally a football injury. Very common in Europe with the soccer players. They get injections. Their medical staff. I had one in Germany one year. Went to a football doctor, and I didn't want the injection. He said, "Hey, I do 10 of these every day." Wasn't that severe, but I couldn't play with it. And, had to play in 2 days' time, and did, and it was fine. So that's what Safin's got to hope for here. That he can struggle through, make a match of this tonight, and if he does happen to win, he's got a day off.
So the players can't get a jab during the match.
I wouldn't think so. Well, I don't think it does much good during the match. I think it takes time. The cortisone gets in there, and if they know the right spot, which they appear to know, the football trainers. They don't call a let.
Injections at half-time of matches for similar things, and it has been pretty quick acting.
Well, it could be.
Whether or not the rules allow for that is another matter.
Good return there from Roddick. Beating that serve. 204 kilometres an hour, and Roddick took it inside the baseline. Whatever it's done, it's picked up Safin's percentages on serves. He's got the break now, and he's, instead of 29% of points won on second serves that he finished up the first set, he's 67% now, so he's doing as well on second serves as he did on first serves. The momentum change.
Can you see any perceptible signs that Roddick has relaxed a little bit? That is always the danger when the man at the other end of the court is injured.
No, I think what's happening is he's overplaying the ball a little bit now, and right from the outset, I think Safin's tried to get him into a slugfest. And this appears to be where it's at right now. First serve percentage is going down a bit. But
15 all.
But they are ripping these ground strokes.
Roddick very frustrated with himself. And this is only going to be worse. We spoke before about Safin's temperament being very different to the one it was a couple of years ago. Well, of course, Roddick is much in the same boat. He was a volcano in his younger years.
Well, he's just he's wanting to play as though he's double parked here at the moment. He's rushing everything, Roddick. He's just got to calm himself down. Hits there. Roddick miss hit the approach. Safin miss hit the pass. It still has a crack at a break point here. This one frames it. Again, same thing here.
A couple of break points saved by the #1 seed. He's in dangerous territory here in the second set.
Safin had that one. He jumped all over it. Safin in good depth on that return and sets up the big forehand here. Another one deep into the court.
And advantage Roddick.
Roddick does what he simply had to do, and that was overcome those 2 break points and hold his serve, because he's still 1 break down.
Safin leads 3 games to 2.
Hawkeye can tell us all sorts of things about this wonderful game of tennis and this wonderful match. Let's have a look at the comparison of the speeds of the first and second serves of Andy Roddick, Frank.
Yes, he starts off that big serve, and that's the kick serve, the second serve. So you can see the trajectory of the second serve. Jumps up a lot more, and it's the first one is flattened out. That one into the corner. Kick serve gets up, and it's amazing how much that serve slows down from the time it is struck from the racket to the time it is returned the other end of the court. It's Hawkeye has got that down to a fine art. And I think we saw it at Wimbledon for the first time, and it was, I think it was 129 miles an hour when it came off the racket. And we saw like 90 when it bounced, and something like 60 when the opponent made contact on the return. So it loses a lot from the time it leaves the racket and the time the speed gun picks it up. And, great piece of equipment there, Hawkeye. Tells you a lot of interesting details of the match as it progresses. Good on the line calls.
Thank you. 15 left.
Safin's job now is just to concentrate on his serve and just work that little bit extra to make sure that he keeps that service break in front. And maybe he can even this match up. Roddick, of course, got other ideas. Footwork was non-existent there. It was face onto the net as the ball came to him. Face onto the net when he finished it. Because it was going away from Safin as it hits the court. This one here, watch what the ball does. Hits the court and goes further away. Look how it spins away from Safin. He's got to get it out around the outside of that ball and then come round it again to get it in. And he does this beautifully. He got himself in terrific position then. The footwork then was good. Very comfortable off the ground, particularly off the backhand side. Forehand, he makes some errors, but then he can create angles like that one.
There's only a few short minutes ago that we feared that Lawrence Safin may not even be able to continue. He's always going to come out and try it and see how it was. But he's tried it and he's liked it. And he leads 4 games to 2.
He took a couple of painkillers there that have probably taken their desired effect right now.
Yes, that's
not over and done with yet because Safin has to hold serve another twice. And Roddick's going to keep coming at him. 6 aces now for Roddick.
And Andy thought it was 7.
Sorry?
You might be right, but I can't tell down the middle.
Yeah, that was wrong. That was definitely it.
He said, you might be right, but I can't tell right down the middle. And he's probably right. As I said, it's very difficult to call these serves going at that pace.
Bit of credit to Roddick there too, because he understood what Jerry Armstrong said. He was convinced, and the replay showed that he was right, that the ball was okay, and yet he didn't make a song and dance about it.
Well, once Jerry Armstrong said he can't overrule it, and, there's no point arguing it.
Exactly.
Question's over. Argument's finished. Safin giving the line judge the glare. The line judges are getting worked overtime tonight.
Even in very slow motion, still hard to tell.
First service.
Through the motions by any stretch, but nothing really happening for Roddick at the moment. But his front set is hanging in there, and Safin with the break leads 4-3, but needs to keep holding serve.
As I mentioned, his job is just to concentrate on serve at the moment. He's achieved the break, and that was when Roddick was double parked and he was in a hurry, and I think it cost him that break of serve. Now he's got to settle down and try and get it back. Safin has to try and make the impression with the big first serve. He seems a lot more composed now, Safin. He hasn't looked as though he wanted to get the trainer out. The trainer has actually gone from the tunnel.
I think I want one of those tablets, Frank.
Yeah.
Or a bottle for me.
Make you sleep with it.
No, I think you'd be doing anything that starts making you feeling that good. You'd be running around the block. There's a familiar face in Australian tennis, one of the Supermax. His partner is the head honcho now at the Australian Open, but Peter McNamara, familiar face in Australian tennis for many years, and a suntan face at that. Always had a good tan, hasn't he?
Yeah, he gets under that lamp a lot. He's a good man. He's a good mate. That's his lovely partner, Isabel, with him. Isabel, one of the top models out here in Australia. Grew up, went over to live with Mako in London. Very happy to be home. This is a good move from Safin. The serve that set it up. A strange match at the moment. He's not playing within himself. Not controlled aggression, as we might call it. It's a little uncontrolled at the moment. A little out of control. Safin's a smart player. Got his man here talking to himself. And he hasn't served and volleyed on too many occasions. He did there on game point. Goes to a 5-3 lead now.
And a ball change here, so Andy Roddick will have the new ones with which to serve. And needs to hold it, otherwise we'll be going to at least 4 sets. Safin nods acknowledgement as Roddick shows him the new balls. That one was 222, that fault. I don't think he's thinking all that clearly at the moment, Fred.
Yeah, Safin's got him at the moment, doing what he wants to do.
Get freaking home.
Well, that was a big miss. Needs to take a deep breath, Andy Roddick. Safin's going to make him do that by toweling down and making him wait, giving him time to think about what's going on.
Can't find a first serve at the moment. Safin is in rhythm off the ground at the moment. Very comfortable off both wings.
3 set points for the big Russian to level at 1 set apiece.
Champions come through under the gun and down low 40, 3 set points. He's come up with 2 big first serves.
Still with the chance of another big one here. Couldn't get to it. Even though it was less than a metre away. Now Safin at the start of the second set possibly as though he was going to retire. Now he's letting it go.
1 settle.
And Safin is winning that battle here.
Safin to settle.
Roddick's just hurried around throughout that second set. We'll see how he starts off set number 3.
Thank you.
I'm not sure whether it's quarterfinals or round of 16s when Roddick played that remarkable match last year that you called against Illinois.
Quarterfinal. Yep.
So it's at this stage of the tournament. able to do that better than anybody. Safin and Federer. And he thought it was going to be wide for a second, but it was on the line.
Giving the linesperson a little bit of lip and the evil eye.
Don't have any fanatics in place tonight. There's no Australians playing. Very important stages here, particularly for Safin. I still think Safin is pretty fragile. He got out of that set getting an early break. That gave him enough determination to hold serve. If he is holding an injury and he loses his serve early, but, you can see the packet of fists. He's in there.
14-13.
This one right down the middle.
Just the third ace for the match for the big man. Roddick not firing too many down himself. 6. Not an ace, but as good as one. Down the middle at 209 kilometres an hour. His quickest for the match. Safin takes the first game of the third set.
Not a lot of aces because both these fellas have huge wingspans, and Roddick just touches that one. No chance to get it back, but both tall men and their wingspan, boy, there's not much can get away from them on the serve that they can't reach. Safin 6'4". I think he might be even a bit taller than that. Maybe 93, and Roddick's only listed as 6'2", I think, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it's 6'2".
I think he's a bit taller than that too. 6'2", 1.88 m.
Generally, when things are going your way, those ones have a peak and drop over the other side. Might be just a little luck that Andy Roddick needs.
Goes in behind Roddick here, forces him to hook this one back with one hand nearly, and then plays the angle, steps forward, smacks that backhand volley.
And made it look good if anyone was taking the photo as well.
There you go, buddy.
13-15.
Good serve, right at the body.
14-15.
Correction.
14-13.
It's a a good test of Roddick's character, but it's also a good test of his temperament, his newfound temperament. He's been on the verge a couple of times.
Where Safin is when he whacks this one, and it had just pinpoint accuracy. Oh, he likes that one. Got out of trouble with a very good defensive lob.
Advantage Roddick.
Roddick has been taking a deuce or beyond in 4 of his past 5 service games.
Using the court. 26 strokes in that rally. Longest one of the match so far. And they used every inch of the court. Slice, backhands, top spinners, down the line, cross court, anywhere you want them. First point of this game. Safin is the same to him there. 22-stroke rally, this one. Roddick giving us a slice backhand here, and then a topspin one. Found the net. That's what you were talking about, and a miss-hit, so it's just mid-court. And then he cranks that forehand at 143 kilometres an hour right down the line.
And that was a fair bit quicker than 143. 206, ace number 4. Safin holds and leads by 2 games to 1 in the third set. It is 1 set apiece. Well, Fred, we sit back here at the moment, sort of thinking, well, Safin's on top. Roddick's really not playing the match that we expected him to play. But you look at the scoreline, and it's still very much an even ball game.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. This is a toss a coin at the moment. Safin has held himself together very well because he was in front in the second set. I think if he'd have fallen behind in the second set, it would have been a different story. But now he feels that if the injury is not affecting him, that he's in this match. But obviously, I still think that Roddick is probably still the favourite if he can keep his mind together. But at this stage, Safin is dictating the trend of play. Usually you see Andy Roddick there with his cap on. You might remember a couple of years ago he wore a visor, a sun visor, and when Brad Gilbert took over, first thing he got rid of was the sun visor. He said sun visors are for women that play golf. He said put a cap on. And so Roddick went to the cap, and the only cap he had on back to front. And Gilbert's turning around the other way, so he takes advice from the coach, and Gilbert's been able to settle him down a lot in the last 12 months. I'm going to give him a lot of credit for the way this young man's come through. Safin just holding up play till the spectators settle in their seats. Yeah, yes, well done. Anticipation was good there for Roddick. Where Roddick is, he's just sitting on this one. Little slice backspin volley. That's the racket head here. Comes under it.
If these long rallies continue, is that stat that we mentioned at the start of the match going to become a factor, that Safin's been out there for 11 hours and 38 minutes? Roddick is the fresher with 5 hours and 47 minutes?
It could be, depending on the fitness levels. I don't think that has a great deal to do with it. Both these fellas are fit. They realise that if you play a Grand Slam, you've got to play 7 matches, best of 5 sets. And so you're in for a lot of tennis. And they only play 5-set matches in the Grand Slams. Right to the point where if Safin starts to get a little bit weary, his footwork starts to get a little sloppy. And he doesn't, like halfway through that last game, the backhand that he miscued. It was because he was half a step away from the ball and he hit it on the frame. If he'd have been in position, he'd have middled it in the racket, middle of the racket.
2-all, third set. Still not looking terribly happy.
This is one of the few times he's been to the net. Roddick took control of the point.
Only 7 times in this match he's been there. He's won 6 of those points. Touched the outside of the line.
Well, when both these big fellas decide to go to the net, it's behind some pretty heavy ground strokes as Hawkeye gives us a look at that serve and just clipped the edge of the line.
The groin must be feeling okay if he's doing that now.
This is the drop shot, and this is what Roddick did to him a couple of games ago. This one get back a little far. Roddick gets there, just barely gets. Look at this casual shot here. He knows he's got Roddick all over the net, right on top of him. Plays the little angle away. Safin holds and leads 3 games to 2. This is Roddick coming to the net again. That's the slice lob. You can see how close Roddick was. Close right in after he makes that first volley. Slices this one. He knows it's over the top. So does Roddick.
We spoke about the advice that Brad Gilbert gave Andy about his headgear and told him to wear the cap like that rather than wear it backwards and not to wear a visor. If he could get out there at the moment, Fred, he wouldn't be talking about that. Of course he can't, but if he could hop over the fence and walk down and sit in the chair beside Andy for 30 seconds, what do you think he'd be telling him?
I think he'd be telling him to be a little more patient and don't try and hit the cover off the ball as much and stay a little bit more in control of the ground strokes. And try and take a little bit off the first serve. That's what he taught Agassi a lot. A little bit to the point where Agassi wanted to hit big first serves. He says, no matter of how hard you hit them, it's where you put them. And Roddick has got a huge serve. He doesn't need to hit every serve at 206, 208 kilometres an hour. He can get it done for 180, 190 kilometres an hour if they're in the right spot. I think he's pressing a little bit hard on the serve at the moment, a little bit too much. That's a brilliant shot.
15 love.
An easy service game here for Roddick.
Just what the doctor ordered for the American, for the number 1 seed.
Also, talking about that's 187 kilometres an hour. right where he wanted it. It's
all.
not 210, where it's a little inconsistent. The last two big first serves he's gone in have been, you can't get them back. They've been unreturnable serves, but they've been around 187, 190 kilometres an hour.
That's the one I was talking about. Normally that sort of thing happens when it's your night. Gilbert says, that came at an opportune moment.
Yes, 3-all, 7th game of the 3rd set, 1 set apiece. This is a huge game. Roddick's won the all-important first point. Setting himself up well now, Roddick.
30.
Stays in this point until he gets the short one and cracks it. 153 kilometre an hour winning forehand.
He has not had Safin in this position on his serve for a long time.
That was for Russian. I can't buy. That was Russian for I can't buy first serve.
Pressing hard.
15-30.
Frustrated because he knows what an opportunity that would have been. Huge difference between love 40 and 15-30.
Still can't find a first serve. 42% first serves in this set, Safin. Half court, watch what happens, and a huge trunk rotation, that forehand, all that body weight getting into it. No chance of that coming back.
Had it cleared.
Well, he'd run round so far. He was looking for something a little bit shorter, had good depth on it, but he'd run round the forehand, so he committed himself. Once you get in that position, you have to go for the winner. He put himself in a position where he had to make it, or had to go for the big shot.
Safin's got a winner.
Throws his arms in the air. That's the first serve that he had in that game. That's why the arms went up.
And it's good enough to give him a 4-3 lead in this 3rd set, 1 set apiece. Speaking of Marat Safin, Hawkeye's going to bring us up to date with his return hit point. The yellow one's the first serve, Fred. The blue one's are the second serve.
Incredible. I mean, look where Safin's been standing. That's the returner serve from the baseline, behind the baseline on the first serves, and Roddick coming down at 210 kilometres. Look where he is on the second serve. Everything he's hit's been around the baseline or inside the baseline.
What about the placement?
This is the placement of those returns of serve, the second serves. Basically, the first serve, you can see how many short replies, and when Roddick gets that first serve in, he can get those short balls and then knock off the forehand. Second serve, the ball, the returner serve is a little bit deeper into the court, and Safin has been a little bit more successful in that area. It's a very close contest now, hanging by a thread, unserved, midway through the 3rd set. Can't be much tighter than this.
And that's where every player in this situation situation at this level, at this stage of the tournament, has to take their chances. Roddick had a little bit of hold there at love 30. Safin hangs on. With the advantage of serving first, he has his nose in front as well.
15-9.
Safin's having trouble getting the first serve in. Roddick the opposite in this game. 63% for the match, his first serve percentage.
72% in this set, though. That's good serving.
Yep. Don't know that he mishit the overhead. I think that was intentional, that he took something off it. Safin way back with the lines people.
Oh! 14-15.
Will be a change of balls after this game. So Safin will have the advantage of serving with the new ones at 4-all. If Roddick indeed holds his serve here. Biggest game of the match coming up right here, Fred.
Yes, next couple of games. Finish of this third set. Whoever wins this set has got to be favourites to go on and win, although Safin was down 2-1 the other day against Todd Martin. Came back and won in 5, 7-5 in the 5th.
Todd Martin doesn't play anything but 5-set matches, does he?
That's right. 38 of them after the match against Safin the other day in his career. Amazing after the first set and the way Safin was travelling, and with the injury, and we mentioned today his best shot was for rain to come, and it was overcast and rain forecast. As it happened, and he's still in the match and could win it.
And that's about as quick as he served tonight. 204, not his quickest on the gun, but that one going out wide. Traditionally, the quick ones are up the middle, like that.
14.
Difference to his last service game, he couldn't find a first serve until game point. This time he's got 4 in a row. Makes it a lot easier when that happens.
Holds to low, that's his man. Rasa, who was Safin's coach from the age of 6 to 13, looking on proudly as Marat, the former US Open champion, leads 5 games to 4. Plenty of support for the man from the US of A, the #1 player in the world, the #1 seed at this championship. #1 seeds haven't had a great record in the Australian Open. In fact, of the 35 Australian Opens played since 1969, only 10 top seeds have gone on to win the title, which is quite incredible.
A couple of interested spectators I've just spotted up there. The players' boxes are Martin Hingis and Chandler Rubin. Chandler competed in the Women's Singles here coach Benny Sims, and Martina's doing some television work here for Channel 7.
Time.
In fact, the two Martinas are working for Channel 7 because Martina Navratilova is squeezing things in between her commitments in the mixed doubles and the doubles. She's playing doubles with Lisa Raymond and mixed doubles with Leanne Page.
I think they lost the women's doubles a few days ago.
Oh, the ball? Yeah. Okay. She's got a bit more time for commentary then.
Yeah. A bit of a surprise. They lost 2 or 3 days ago to Davenport and Morale. First point again to Safin. He's all here. If Roddick misses first serves here, he's going to be in a heap of trouble. Disgusted with himself there. That actually was too easy for him. That was a very short serve. Looked like a bit of a mishit from Roddick.
Brilliant placement by the American, finding the lines on 2 occasions. Now things are getting pretty tight.
So I was talking about that serve, and Roddick likes that one. He hasn't a metre thumping down there. That one 169 kilometres, halfway up the singles line. And it's just breaking away. Safin, no way of laying a racket on that one. That's where James Blake, his match with Safin, and Todd Martin were very successful serving out to the Safin forehand on the juice court there. Roddick hasn't done a lot of that tonight yet.
Right in the corner it was. Roddick didn't have a play on it. And Jerry Armstrong cooked away the rule. If we go to a tie break, Fred, who would you fancy the way things are going?
I got to toss a coin with that. It's Russian roulette with 2 big serves. comes about. So 2004, Roddick's only played one and he won it. Safin's won 4 and lost 3. Not there yet though, 30 all.
Once again from the Russian.
Roddick taps that one. You can see it happen. It's a knob here, and he's played a couple on them. But Roddick, to be quite fair, both players, when they're under pressure there, they know their opponent's coming right in on the net there off that slice. He had time to execute that and did it beautifully.
A spectacular shot at the best of times when it comes off, but when it's 5 all and 30 all, that was a big point. One we might remember in the context of this match. Safin 6-5, third set. Then it might be a bit too noisy in the next 5 minutes.
The noise is keeping me right there.
Especially now. Crowd just starting to get really involved in this match. Roddick serving to stay in the set and to take it to a tie-break.
Love 15.
Percentage shot.
Pressure here, and he runs onto this forehand well. Safin says to Roddick, well, you've got to pass me. Love 30.
Andy Roddick needs to be very careful.
Oh, boy. Oh, he'd like that one back. I expected that one to go cross court as his mum and coach look on. 30, he tried to go over the high part of the net.
Big problems for the #1 seed. Big problems. Two big problems, in fact. He is injured, he is trailing, and now he leads back 2 sets to 1 as we come up towards the 3rd hour of this match.
Disgusted with himself.
A little stretch. Will it be the last set? Will we go to 5?
15 love.
Tremendous test of character for the young man now at just 21 years of age. He might be the best player in the world, but he's going to have to prove it on this very big stage tonight. And the other problem he's got is the man at the other end knows what pressure is all about. He's been to the top of the mountain. He's won the US Open. He's reached an Australian Open final.
Boy, he just destroyed Sampras in that final at the US Open.
Darn it! 14 love.
Well, you'd say double faults if you're going to serve them then, but there's no good time to serve a double fault. He went for a huge second serve there. We'll see if it cost him.
Aggression. So the outcomes of Marat Safin's first and second serves. First of all, the first serve. The ones in blue are the ones that have gone back.
Yeah, they're the ones that Roddick has returned, and the unreturned ones are in red. And you can see the ones that are unreturned are in tough spots. And this is the second serve. All of them been returned. Very few have not been returned on the second serve, and that's where Safin's had his problems, but he certainly picked that up. Overall, when he lost the first set, it was down to like 22, 23%. Now it's at 55, so he's done a lot better job. Anticipates this one, Safin, but makes no mistake with that one, Roddick.
Snap over it.
Safin's doing a good job of reading the Roddick serve. That forehand again was back at Roddick before he could move.
Very close to the line, just giving away the 1 point. Both players beginning with holding their serve in this fourth set.
One game.
Clock ticks up to the 2-hour mark, and a lot of tennis to be played yet. He's gone through patches in the last half hour where he's just been unable to get the first serve into play in one game and then just thundering them down one after the other in the next.
Safin moving in the net again, putting Roddick under pressure to come up with the pass. Roddick's only hit one backhand winner in the entire match. Safin, a delicate drop shot there. Played well.
Total winners 34-24 in favour of the Russian. There's only 3 points difference in the total points won. 89 Roddick, 86 Safin.
So effortless, isn't it?
Yep.
Nice swinging forehand. Roddick's working really hard, and then he just steps in, creates the angle, gets the pace with just perfect timing.
That's a good return.
Frustration for the American, who is doing a lot more running than one serve in this fourth set.
And just as he said there, Pete, he said that was a good return, and it was a good return. But Safin now really in rhythm off the ground, and as I say, it's so effortless. He picks up the pace of shot without much effort. Good timing and transference of body weight, and it's frustrating for Roddick. And he yells at Gilbert, that was a good return, but no joy. So it's as you said, a real test of this young man's mental strength, if he can get out of this one. One serve in the fourth.
Concentration levels need to be at the absolute optimum. It could be just 1 point here or there that might do it. Hawkeye tells us, Fred, that Roddick has been doing 17% more travelling around the court than Marat Safin, and that's not surprising looking at the way he's been playing in like a fish about to be landed. Capacity crowd at Rod Laver Arena settling in their seats as the drama continues to unfold in this quarter-final.
Chance at this one, looking for the down the line. Roddick goes for it. Big buggy whip forehand, doesn't make it. But again, Safin has the shot here that he wants. And he's been successful with a lob. That one hit it off the frame.
Pressure right on now. Door slightly ajar for Safin. If he can convert this point. Here's an opening. An early one in this fourth set. Chance for Safin to take a grip on the match. Not a stranglehold.
From the very start, he picks the serve and goes in, and then hesitated, didn't quite get in the net position that he wanted, so he was probably 1.5 meters too far back when he had to make that stretch. But good composure from Roddick. And that shot was not on. That was he did such a great effort to get that ball back into play, get himself back in the point, and then played the stupid forehand. He had all the court, cross court. It was a mental error from Safin.
That was it.
The approach is pretty deep shot. Safin measures it. Roddick not looking for that one cross court. He also was in around the service line, not close enough. Very important stages of this match, only of this fourth set.
Just got himself well-footed, but I said before that he was a bit like a fish that was being played before being landed. Well, that time he got off the hook. Down to break point, and it ends up at 2-all.
Yep, Safin had a couple of shots at that one, but good composure. That's the first sign we've seen from Roddick under pressure, and he's come through that one with flying colours. He was asked the question and he answered them. 2-all.
Fred, the match hasn't reached any dizzy heights as yet, but as a contest, it's been a beauty.
It's been a good one. The Roddick just in front. Well, he's not. He's 36 unforced errors, 27 winners. So been a pretty scrappy one. Safin is close to even. 40 unforced errors and 38 winners, but quality of tennis not as good as the Razzi, Philippoussis, or the Federer Hewitt match. A lot more winners hit in those two matches than unforced errors. But this is a heavyweight contest. This is just bang, bang. This is good.
As good as it gets from Safin, acknowledged by the #1 seed.
He teases him. He wants him to go down the line here, way out of court. Safin says, well, I can hit that shot back across there. You can see where Roddick was heading. He was looking for the big forehand down the line. Great racket work from the big Russian.
Spectacular rise to win the 5th game of the 3rd set. Now Safin maintains the advantage on the serve. Fred, I know that a lot of the players, part of the reason they like coming to Melbourne has been to being able to get out and about and see a few of the sights and the scenes around the city and indeed around the surrounding areas. And I think you had a bit of a chance to take the day off today. Where did you head?
I went down to the Yarra Valley, had a real nice lunch with my wife and a couple of friends down there at a place called the Dairy, which is it is an actual dairy. They have it's a nice restaurant. You can buy the cheeses and taste the wines from the region, and obviously a very famous wine region here. But no, a lot of players have done that, and they've been and swum with the dolphins, and they enjoy the beaches. And there's a lot of beautiful. This is a beautiful city, and everything is so handy. Any of the spectators that come here do have a day off and try to go to the wine region, or if they're down here for a couple of weeks, just to have one day away from the tennis. And as I said, beautiful city. Doesn't quite have the harbour that Sydney has, and they're both beautiful cities in different ways. This man hasn't had time to do much of that now this week. Neither of these fellas. New balls again here. Both have great respect for one another's game, and it's Safin in front in the 4th.
Incidentally, because I live in the city, Fred, you'll be pleased to know that this afternoon I did the housework and paid the bills.
Well, that's got to be done too. I have that to look forward to when I get back to Florida after being away for 7 weeks.
Came up with one that was 209 in the first game of the match going wide. That one was quicker at 211.
This kid's the #1 player in the world. He's not going out of this tournament without a huge fight.
I was thinking earlier with the fans who've turned up tonight after the retirement of Grosjean this afternoon at the end of the first set when Safin called for the medical attention, they would have been thinking, oh, why did we spend the money on these tickets? Well, right now they have got every cent of their money's worth. Who's going to be first to crack in this fourth set?
Seventh game, fourth set.
And the winner is still no clearer. Safin only the slightest of favourites, principally because he's 2 sets to 1 up.
Look at that first serve. Yep, right in the corner.
So was that one, and Andy didn't think so. Jerry Armstrong is not going to overrule if he hasn't done so already.
Not touching. Come look at it. Don't tell me that's touching. It's not touching.
Looks like he's got a case for it.
You're supposed to see things for a living.
Don't get too cheeky there. You're supposed to see things for a living, and Roddick is correct in this case. Hawkeye said that was a fault. Jerry Armstrong missed one there, and Roddick let him know because he showed him the mark. It's not a good comment to make to a chair that you're supposed to see things for a living, which is what Andy Roddick told him.
Get with it. That's crap.
Roddick continues to go on with it. Jerry Armstrong sits there impassively. He's heard it all before. He's heard it from the best over his years in the chair.
Well, he's just confirming with the line judge.
I got to be -7 for the match, and I haven't said one word. That's absurd. Yeah, no shit, it looks close. I mean, thank you, Captain Obvious. I mean, it looks close, thank you.
It was close, and in this case, Andy Roddick was right. But Jerry Armstrong, the experienced man in the chair, and he did acknowledge to the line judge that he was right, so you've got to keep the line judges confident in their calls, otherwise things can get a little bit out of hand. You lose confidence with the line judges and the umpires, and it does get to be a problem.
There's a man who in his career could blow off a bit of steam with the best of them. I reckon he would have had a word to Jerry Armstrong over the years.
Yeah, well, I think most players, if in a tight situation like this is a grand slam, the first one of the year. That's the chair umpire's view of the ball, so that's a tough one for him to overrule there. But as it finished its trajectory, it was wide. But if you have a look from Jerry Armstrong's angle there, it looked as though it might have clipped the line. So, as I said, these fellas are paid officials. They travel the world, and they are the best at their trade.
Well, that was just about in the same spot where the ball was. The difference was that one was in. Definitely. Ace number 13, and that is the count for both players.
These boys play for Grand Slam titles. This is the first one of the year. Roddick would love to add this one to the US Open.
From the Russian mate.
A lot of work done here, and it's getting down to the business end of this fourth set, so it's exactly what you'd expect.
Terrific service game from Andy Roddick. Credit to him. He blew off some steam, maybe said a few things that he might take back, or perhaps he shouldn't have said. But when he had to concentrate, he did. Can Safin maintain this standard that he's had since set number 1 finished? No signs of the groin injury that threatened to stop him at the start of the second set.
Unbelievable effort from both players here. Roddick goes back in behind Safin again. Good foot speed from the big man to get in position. He's got to track it back down. 15 all.
Roddick was going the other way.
13-15.
Blow for blow, ace for ace.
Barely touched it, if at all.
Coach looks worried. Mum looks pleased. Merritt looks to the heavens.
He's done that on a few occasions, and it's been successful. Tried to creep in then, but it was a good reply from Roddick. Safin backed off that one. Took 2 steps forward and then a couple back. Allowed Roddick to get into the point. Didn't force him to play a winning shot.
This is the deepest trouble that Safin's been in on serve in this set. Came up with the answer.
He'll take a little bit of extra time here just to get himself set for the next one, and it's a good ploy. He's got 25 seconds between points, and a lot of players, just like golfers, when they get into tight situations, have routines. Oh, no. To hell with that one. He was off the ground. stop. But he may get away with it.
I sense it's only going to be 1 or 2 points here or there.
Yeah, exactly.
He got away with it.
Well, he can think himself a very lucky man. The serve came out. And he seems to have served much better from this end of the court than the other end. The other end, he doesn't get a lot of first serves. On this end of the court, he's been pretty reliable on the serve. He came up with a couple of big ones there, but boy, he put himself into trouble.
5 games to 4. Every single one, the service being held.
That's the final point, and Roddick just can't believe it. He's just trying to get that ball back into play, but Safin's come up with the big serves. Not much you can do when that serve is hit with that pace and power.
We have all the stats for the match in front of us, and looking through the stats for this set, there is really nothing between them in just about any category. No noticeable difference. Even down to the points one, there have been 54 points in the set so far. Safin's 129 open, Roddick 25.
How about the match points? 108 each.
Amazing.
Always happens in close matches, though. They're amazing. The stats tell those stories. As this crowd now, as you mentioned, they'll get their money's worth tonight. Safin's had the advantage, serving first in these last 3 sets. And Roddick's been playing catch-up, and again, he's lost the first point. This is where I thought he'd play the lob. Goes cross-court. I really meant this to be a lob, but he never found the angle. It was much too high to play that one. He didn't hit it with any topspin. Both players relying on that first delivery now.
30-15.
Than this game. Roddick simply had to hold his serve or there was no tomorrow. He's come up so far with a brilliant service game. That's terrific serving.
Great composure from Roddick there, under the gun.
We're getting closer to what would surely be the most tension-packed tiebreak that we've had so far in this Australian Open Championship. 5 games all, 4th set. Safin leading by 2 sets to 1. Match in progress, 2.5 hours. getting a touch of the sweaty palms in here, Fred.
Yeah, it's getting to be tight now.
If it gets to a tie break, it'll be nearly unbearable.
To the net, they have huge wingspans here, and this is not a bad shot from Roddick, but a little bit high, and Safin all over it.
The support box can't believe it.
Well, it comes into his head because he's you can see where he is. He's 2 metres behind the baseline. Even if he gets that one over, Roddick's all over it. Safin's played a couple of silly shots in his last 2 service games, one in this one and a couple in the game before. Got away with it in the last game, but that drop shot could be costly here.
Again, Roddick heading towards the middle and Safin going the other way.
I have to guess.
Maintains his lead. Andy Roddick will be serving to stay in the match in just a moment.
Just a couple of little things there that with lapses in concentration that sometimes cause that. Drop shot from way back there, but he's come through, and you can see how he just forced his way into the net, pushed his way into the net to make that volley. Went out after charging the backhand as soon as he saw it high in the air. So he's the first one to reach 6. This is where we were in set number 3. Played 6-5 and broke Roddick for the set. And believe you me, Roddick knows that.
He's got very broad shoulders, this man, and you suspect that he might open them up in this game. There's nothing to be lost if he loses serve. Or if he loses the game and Roddick hard serve, then we go to a tie break.
We're watching all that game. Yeah. We do the way these 2 guys serve.
But we can have a few free swings if we can get the arms free here, get the ball in the hitting zone. You can bet that he'll be having a swish. Roddick serving 5-6, 4th set.
Through the veins, he started off at 209 kilometres an hour, and now that one, 209 kilometres an hour for an ace. Both players have served 16 aces.
It was comfortable, a minute to go at 40 love. Still a chance. Brad's biting the nails up to the elbow. Strap yourselves in, folks. This could be something. Stakes could hardly be higher.
6 games all, 4-6.
Quarter-final of a Grand Slam, packed house. The #1 seeds' future in this championship on the line in the next few minutes.
2004 tie-break record. Roddick's only played one and won it. Safin's won 4 and lost 3. Stepped up to the plate.
1-0, Roddick.
Roddick has to win one of these two. He's got the mini break, 3-zip.
He might win both of them. It's a long way back from here.
4-0, Roddick.
This is the Russian roulette angle that you were talking about, Fred. He's really looked in trouble on his serve, and all of a sudden finds himself love 5 in the tiebreak.
Yep, he had 3 service points and lost 3 of them. Good load there from Roddick. Oh, nice, come on.
Remarkable.
He shows signs the last couple of games of just playing a few loose points. And another one here. Started off in the first point of this tiebreaker very tentatively, and Roddick ran around and hit a 4-iron winner at 145 kilometres an hour, and has gone on with the job. 6-zip.
Well, we often say a player might have a handful of set points. Well, he's got a handful plus 1.
Thank you.
7-0 from the tiebreak, and we're off to a decider.
front of us here. He hasn't changed his shorts. They've been out there for 3 hours and 4 minutes. And they're just absolutely dripping wet. Safin's not playing the Hollywood forehand or backhand here. He had that one in the backhand and followed by the forehand, just lined it up.
20 shots in that rally. I think a good indicator that this match has gone up a notch, Fred, is when you look at the comparison that you were talking about between winners and unforced errors. There was a big differential with the unforced errors numbering more in the first 3 sets, really the first 4. Now Safin's 52 in each category, and Roddick is 45 winners and 49 unforced errors. But to me, that didn't look as though it was right at the centre line. We're pretty close to that, and that's the reason it didn't look right. Almost straight on the pin. We're pretty close to that line.
There's no way she would change the call if you wouldn't have said it.
He tried yelling and screaming, but it didn't work.
Thinks the world's against him. Love going for Safin in the end after the overall. Still blow for blow.
leads 4 games to 3.
I guess he decided he was going to step back and play that one from behind the baseline. The kick took him into the, as he mentioned, into the front race. He basically would have been a home run to get that one back over the net.
4-3. 18 aces apiece. Here's the Roddick service action. And watch where Safin is when he makes contact with this ball.
Undo it. He's been very good tonight. Doesn't have too many rackets left. He's been very composed though tonight on this side.
Still fancy Roddick just a little bit.
And again, if it gets to, we don't have a tiebreaker in the 5th set, so it just depends on who plays something silly or a bad call, or it's a net call. There's the USA boys. They're going to be freezing.
Oh, they're very drunk.
They've been like that all night. They're sitting there shirtless all night. But very difficult times now, 3-4. Plays the slice backhand off this next one. There it is, slice, and Roddick doesn't move. All he does is plant that front foot. Look at this, plant the front foot, bend the knees, and let that thing rip. He just guided it. He didn't have to do too much with it. Had plenty of room. An excellent shot. Safin had to get it, move over there, set himself, and he picks the target. Roddick couldn't lay a racket on it. It's all right. And he knew that this one was too short. for short and play. Roddick had to come forward. Had to come forward. He still had two hands on the racket. Tough shot to play.
Safin walks back, towels down, makes Roddick wait, makes him think. So close.
15-30.
This may be the best chance the Russian gets. And he threw caution to the wings and had a swing at it.
And he thought that. Well, it's two short balls in this game, both in the same spot that Roddick's missed.
15-14.
There's not a lot of pace on them, both short to the backhand, bringing them forward. Listen to this match.
2 break points. The first break of serve in the 5th set. And this hit brought that break point. Safin converts and leads 5 games to 4.
Safin leads.
He makes Roddick play the volley. You can see the technique on that volley, not good. The racket head drops down. Here it is again. Look at that. The racket head drops all the way down. And Safin has got the break. To serve the match out, 3 hours and 17 minutes, and that is not going to be an easy task.
Because it's not only your arm in operation in this situation, Fred, it's what's sitting on top of your shoulders as well.
Exactly.
Safin has served in 144 points in this match. None more important than hopefully he thinks the 4 coming up. Roddick makes a statement by running to the back of the court. Listen to the roar from the crowd. We've been playing nearly 200 minutes. Now it's Safin, look likely to be in the medical room. About 2 3/4 hours ago. Now he serves for a place in the Australian Open semi-finals.
The first one there, he's not holding back.
15-14.
The meters behind the base though, firing it back at 159 kilometres an hour.
Safin didn't go for the return when the ball came back. He kept it in play. Now he's going to come up with the goods here. Unbelievable serve. Roddick's just looking for a hit. And he'll go for it if he gets a hit.
13-14.
Right on the side. Beautifully struck. Still down a break point. Two first serves in this game. Oh, boy.
Only 126 kilometres an hour.
Jesus.
That was a gift.
And he knows it. Two breakback points saved. Safin once again 2 points from the match. Take his time.
Advantage Safin.
And he should. He's one swing away from it.
He's had some big moments in his career, Miles Safin. This would rank right up with them. The Australian Open Championship.